Bonjour, good morning and welcome to the third of our recipes from Moldova. And today really is a pork extravaganza because we're going to make a dish called Tochitura, which will also be very well known to any Romanian people watching, because it's a traditional dish both in Romania and in Moldova, and possibly the most traditional family stew. And as I say, it really is all about pork today. So we have pork leg or shoulder cut into pieces. We have pork sausage, ideally Romanian or Moldovan smoked coarse cut sausage, some bacon, some pork fat, although you could use oil if you like, and then some liver. Now I couldn't get pork liver, so I'm using chicken liver today, but for the sake of this dish let's pretend it's pork. So all those things are pork or pork related, and everything else really is there just to help it to cook and add flavour. So we have some chopped onion, some chopped garlic, some parsley, we have some paprika, a little bit of cayenne pepper and a bay leaf. We have a meat stock cube which we're going to make up, a little bit of tomato puree, salt and pepper, and of course some wine, being Moldova. Some red wine we're going to use, but you could use white. And then we also have a little bit of feta cheese crumbled up and some eggs. And basically you need 1 egg per person who you're going to serve, because the egg doesn't go into the dish. It's actually fried at the end and put on top of the dish to garnish it. So that's pretty much everything. It's all prepared. So let's check on the ingredients, check on the equipment, and then we'll head to the kitchen. So our ingredients today couldn't be simpler. A chopping board, a knife, a spoon, and a pan. That's it. Okay, so we've got, as you call, 4 different types or cuts of dead meat. The first is our pork pieces, our pork meat, which will take the longest to cook. So we could put it all together in the oven and cook it slowly, but to be honest, different things. This takes quite a while to go soft. We want this nice and soft. The livers, if you cook them too long, go hard and chewy. So doing it this way is easier. So we take our stock that we've made up, pour that over the pork like that, and our bay leaf, and we're going to cover that, and we're just going to let that simmer in the pan for about half an hour, by which time the pork should be nice and cooked and soft. And in our pan here we've fried off our onions and garlic in our pork fat or oil, and now we're going to add our sausage and our bacon to that pan. Cook those off for 5 minutes so they get a little bit of colour. So let them cook for about 5 minutes. Let that cook for about 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and assemble it all. So in the meantime, a quick check on the ingredients. Slightly longer list of ingredients, but they're all worth it. So 500 grams of pork leg or neck chopped, 200 grams of pork sausage sliced, 100 grams of chopped bacon, 2 teaspoons of lard, or you could use vegetable oil, 1 onion chopped, 3 cloves of garlic chopped, around 200 millilitres of wine, can be red or white, 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, 200 millilitres of meat stock, 1 bay leaf, 1 tablespoon of paprika and half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 2 tablespoons of parsley chopped, 200 grams of liver, ideally pork but chicken is okay, around 200 grams of feta cheese crumbled up, and if you're cooking for 4 eggs, but 1 egg per person, salt and pepper. Okay, so now we've got our pork which has been cooked up in the stock, and we're going to add our onions and sausage and bacon to that. And we're going to add our red wine, around 200 millilitres. Our paprika and our cayenne pepper. A generous spudge of tomato puree. And about half our parsley. Give that a good stir around. And this is now going to simmer in the pan here now for about half an hour. And then after that, we're going to add, the last thing we're going to add is our livers, because they need about 10 minutes. So half an hour like this simmering, then add the livers, cook for another 10 minutes, and then basically it's ready to serve. And when we serve it, we'll put it into a bowl and we'll add a fried egg on top of the stew, then sprinkle some feta cheese on top of that, and then a little bit of parsley on top of that. And that'll be our completed dish. Tochitura.